So I come from a village called Tura in Lebanon. Now, if I tried to explain to you my village by showing you a map, and I sat down describing to you the river and the beautiful houses and the scenery and the mountains and the slopes, you might get a good understanding of the geography of my village. But it's only when you go to my village and actually experience the land for yourself, you hear the birds, you feel the wind on your skin, you see the river, you see the water, that's when you're actually going to be able to give a proper and accurate description of my village. What this proves is that the map is not the territory. The map is not the territory is a powerful framework to help you understand. You might see something in another human being, or a person behave in a certain way or react in a certain way or have certain patterns. And you might think, oh, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't feel like that. I wouldn't react like that. And feel like you understand what they're going through simply by what they portray. For example, you might see someone get angry and lash out. And you'll be like, why are you lashing out? That's not the right way of expressing your anger. And you have all of these preconceived thoughts about how you should and shouldn't. Now, by you saying, yeah, I understand what you're going through, you're saying, I'm looking at the map and I'm understanding the territory. In reality, you can't really understand the territory by looking at the map. And so when someone is experiencing a certain emotion or has certain behavior, addictive behavior, for example, or has compulsive behavior, instead of jumping the gun and saying, yep, I understand what this person is going through and start judging them as to why they're doing what they're doing, try and zoom out for a moment and say, okay, the map is not the territory. Why is this person going through what they're going through? Let me explore the territory more. Let me ask more questions. Let me listen to what he or she is saying. Let me listen to their pain. Let me try and understand from their perspective what they're experiencing. So that is when you're able to accurately give a proper judgment, because you're no longer judging the territory based on the map. You're actually going to the territory. And to do that, you need to be able to let your ego down, let your guard down, stop listening to respond. You know, we do this where we're listening to someone pour their heart out to us and we're just waiting for our turn to respond. Just wait. You know, Dr. Stephen Covey says, seek first to understand, then to be understood. So try and understand what the person is going through, what their situation is like. Try and wear their shoes, figuratively speaking, and then describe to them the territory that you've understood. Once you've described to them the territory you've understood, then they can confirm, yep, you've got the right map, you've got the right territory, you've got the right understanding. That's when you can come and say, okay, can I give you my advice? Can I tell you what I think or how I see the situation? Get permission from them. And that's when you go from a place of judgment or dictation to a place of understanding and listening and being helpful. So try and take this on, and always remember, the map is not the territory. Comment the word map and I'll share with you a framework of how to apply this in your life and to understand it a bit more. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.